realized I wanted to open a coffee shop, I was thinking to myself, okay, I'm in a new home, a new town, and I really want to contribute. I want to contribute to this special town. It was a surprise to me. I wasn't expecting to really want to create Arad as my home, but because of the people, the kinds of individuals who live in Arad, I wanted to open a coffee shop, and I wanted a space that could inspire people and to feel like people can come in and be in a different place. וואו, זה נראה טוב. My name is Liane, and I moved to Arad from Cincinnati, Ohio, 2018, with my son, who is now 10. My son's name is Aiden, and he and I have created a world of a totally new life for ourselves in Arad. In the States, I was a teacher. I taught anatomy and physiology and clinical nutrition. So I expected to do that when I came to Israel. But it was a surprise to me that instead I opened the coffee shop, Studio Coffee. So it's a whole new life for us. My husband and I decided that when we had children, we would, no matter what was going on in our lives, we would come back to Israel so that our children could be raised in Israel, so they could learn in Hebrew and feel like this really was their home, because it was hard to make Aliyah and feel like we really were part of society when we really didn't have a handle on the language. I've always felt separated, and that's not the best feeling here. And so I really wanted my son to feel completely part of the culture here, and so that's why I came back. Beth, yeah. Yeah, if I was in trouble when I was younger, I'd get called Beth Ann, but everyone calls me Beth in the States. And I just found this amazing community of entrepreneurs in Arad. It was such a great surprise. People who have come back to Arad to raise their families and to build businesses based off of their passions and their love for life. It was truly inspiring, and I really wanted to open a space to create a space for them to come and hang out and create and be inspired, and I didn't see something like that in Arad. And I love coffee shops. Anywhere I go in the world, the first thing I do before the main attraction of that area I would go and visit, I always looked for the best coffee shop. And it's like the heartbeat of a town, and I wanted to be a part of that and to give that to my new home. Okay, הפוך soya, regil. Before I opened the coffee shop, I kept asking, locals, what would you like to see in a coffee shop? And almost everyone said, oh, Americans make horrible coffee. It's just terrible coffee you guys make in America. And I was like, oh my gosh, I didn't know. אז פשוט תעשי אייס קפה עם שוט, רק עם שוט, כן. So I was like, okay, if I'm gonna be able to keep the doors open past a year, I have to make good coffee. And so I chose this roasting master in Jeju Island, Korea. He was a friend of a friend, and he was willing to teach me how to roast coffee, how to make good coffee, so that I could change the dialogue that Americans cannot make good coffee. From there, I realized everything has to be handmade. So all of our baked goods are made from scratch. Okay, enjoy.
Thank you.
Yes, and they're American style. So I wanted American style coffee shop to bring something from home. Actually, our roasted coffee is really the base of our business. And like I mentioned before, when I went to Jeju Island, Korea, I learned something I had never heard about coffee. He taught me this roasting master, he taught me that coffee needs to be sorted, needs to be, you need to remove all the dirty beans, the beans that are moldy, beans that are rotten, if there's bugs in between the beans, all of that needs to be sorted before we roast. And I know that, we have a kosher license, so I know we do that with everything. All of our grains, all of our like our lettuce and herbs, we check everything. But for some reason, we don't check our beans, our coffee beans. And when you do take the time to do this, you have an amazing cup of coffee because you've removed all the bad beans that give a negative taste to the coffee. You have something that's pure in the end. And that is something I'm really proud about that I've brought here to Israel, because we're the first coffee roasting company to sort through our beans before we roast them. And we're still the only ones that do that. And I'm very proud of that we take the extra time to do that. And people really relate to that. They can taste the difference. Hi, shalom, boker tov. Okay, so this one is my favorite. I love this one. We have a lot of people that are surprised that there is this unexpected American-style coffee shop in the middle of the desert. You come to our area and you're walking past a family of camels. You don't expect to see homemade cinnabuns in the Judean desert. כן. איזה כיף, ממש כיף לשמוע. And when we take that extra time to greet them and to express that we care that they're there and we're happy to see them, and they are surrounded by artwork, because we have artwork on the walls from local artists, they feel like they're at home, but not at home, somewhere totally different. And it's just this amazing surprise. I'm not going to sing in the microphone today. I'm going to be aware of myself. I'm going to be aware. It's really hard.
Beth, do I look okay? Hat on or off? What do you think?
It's both ways.
This is my work look. So my name is Bennett Tucker, and I'm from the United States and living here now in Israel. I ended up here at this small boutique coffee shop in Arad, largely because of my cousin. She lives here in Arad, so do my aunt and uncle. And in between my studies at Hebrew University, I would come to Arad to visit my family. And slowly I would come and volunteer at the coffee shop, washing dishes on a busy day, also just having conversations with my cousin about the shop, helping her brainstorm how to make the shop better. And slowly I became more involved, helping her do renovation and organizing the kitchen. And that kind of brought me into Arad even more. I was coming more often, and I kind of started to fall in love with the place. So it drew me in, so to speak. And it's hard to let go once you have built some sort of nostalgia. My cousin started this from the ground up. She came here from the United States to join her parents in Arad, and she had this vision to create a coffee shop. And out of her own vision, she took a studio space in the sort of rundown artist quarter, and she really made it blossom. And it took a lot of hard work, and it took a lot of what we call in America blood, sweat, and tears. But really what makes this place special is how she turns something really great. She turned something that was nothing into something that is really great and is thriving and attracts customers, and she's nationally known now as one of the better coffee shops in Israel. So Anna's success story really makes this place special.
והפרצוף שלך, כאילו אמרתי שלשים טרד בפנים.
אמריקאי.
כן, זה אמריקאי. I do realize after 5 years in business here that I am very proud that it's a women-owned business, because it is a testament that it can be done. And I can clean clogged sinks, and I can clean toilets, and I can do all of these things that I didn't realize I could do. And it's uncomfortable, yes, but those are the moments that really define who we are. And I would hope that I'm an example to my staff in that way, that most of them are women, and we connect really well, and it's really important that I protect our work environment, that we feel like a family. And men who also work with us always feel very much part of the gang. And that's also extremely important to me. Coffee shop gives me a chance to share with people that how we relate to each other is so important, and that you'd never really know, what a person has been through that morning or that week or that year, and maybe they really just need someone to smile and say hi, or maybe they just need to feel like they've been seen. Hi, מה נשמע? What were you eating? Whoa, באמת? Wow, כל הכבוד. That's really what I'm all about, and I think that that's really what it comes down to. What separates us humans from the animal kingdom is how we connect and relate to each other. Good to see you. How is Jerusalem these days? There's so much stress in our lives in Israel. It's a very heavy environment at times, and it's important. I think the most important thing in life is that we can connect with one another, and how we do that, it can be wonderful or it can leave scars. And I would love to be able to, when I look at the end of my life and look back, I want to see that I was able to add something to people's lives, that I could contribute something in their lives that elevated their day.